Mercato is crazy tonight, la 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 la. Mercato is crazy tonight, la 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 la.
Ciao Juventini of the world, my name is Giuseppe, welcome back on the channel, I hope you're all doing well. Buongiorno also to all the people that are watching in replay, always important, the people that are watching in replay, and also for you. Don't forget to put a maximum of like. We are here for the last 1 hour 40 of transfer market with one deal that is pending. Fagioli to Fiorentina. That's it. That's what we are here for, 1 hour 40 live, to understand if Fagioli will go to Fiorentina or not. Marseille is gone. Fiorentina is the only team that is on the player at the moment. And as we speak, phone call between Juventus and Fiorentina to speak again about the conditions. We'll tell you all the secrets. We'll speak about it. We'll speak about other things, of course, in the meanwhile. Mercato is totally crazy. 1 hour 40 to make a deal complete. That today, there were still two teams on. Marseille, Fiorentina. Fiorentina, Marseille. Marseille is gone because they went for Benacer. So it's only Fiorentina. They have the advantage of now being the only team, which would make it a bit easier for them, but will it happen or not? So, Fagioli will go to Fiorentina. Stay at Juventus or go to another surprise team. You never know. 3 possibilities, and that's actually the big topic of today. Then, of course, we are here together. We will monitor the Telegram group. We'll monitor the social media. And if there is something else happening, we will tell you. I don't believe that Cambiaso will leave in 1 hour 40. Or the secret would have been extremely well here. Or it would have been a really great secret that nobody was speaking about. Could be, you never know. But I would be extremely surprised. So how can we recuperate Cambiaso? Vlahovic we already recuperated yesterday, which I was really happy for. So I spoke about it in the video of today. Buongiorno, buonasera, Davy Vancoili. Ciao Nino Sport, ciao Thomas Macluff, ciao Maria, ciao Muffet, ciao Beppone. It's the money salary sustainable and in the Juventus standard to sign him permanently after loan, because I think that the Osimhen one is high and out of standard, no? It depends what Paris Saint-Germain will ask for Colomoni. Attenzione. Strange, eh? We start and immediately. Looks like they were waiting for us. They had an entire month. They were just waiting for us. Looks like they were just waiting for us. They had an entire month. They had an entire day. Usually I go live around 11 p.m. my time, so today I decided to go a bit earlier. Fiorentina are closing in on a deal for Nicolo Fagioli, on loan deal from Juventus with buy option to become mandatory under certain conditions. 20 million euro. Package add-ons included. Is it a here we go? Is it a done deal? Is it a Official? No, not yet. So wait for the people that wanted him gone to celebrate. Wait for the people that didn't want him to go to cry, because it's not 100% done deal until the paperwork is done. I have a lot of experience. I have a lot of experience with Calcio Mercato, and again, until it is not really officially communicated by the teams, until the paperwork is done, until everything is settled, everything can happen. It happened already in Calcio Mercato that the moment that they actually put all together, the bureaucracy, then it was too late. If it arrives at midnight and 1 minute, it is too late. It already happened, so we need to pay attention. I know. Next time I will put the music a bit. I will activate the music. I put it on, but I forgot to click on a button. I will do it next time. Bah, let's see when it will be official. So I'm sure that now the votes are starting to change a bit, because if until now not all the people were okay with the votes, a lot of people were still saying he will stay at Juve. 38% of the people were saying he will stay at Juve. 6% were saying he will go to another team. 55% were saying he will go to Fiorentina. I think that now with the votes it will increase, even if I tell you it is still not official. It is not an official deal. But if Fabrizio Romano, if Nicolo Schira, there are two journalists that hate each other so much, are reporting the same, I think that we can go towards that. Fiorentina are confident to sign Nicolo Fagioli from Juventus on loan with an option to buy, which will become an obligation to buy. Contract until 2029. I see some people here, we don't know each other. There's a fan of Locatelli that is saying, please Fagioli stay. Ti amiamo qui e a casa tua. Please Fagioli stay. We love you here in your home. I don't know who you are, my friend, but it's better for you to give up. It's better for you to give up, I think. Then let's see, because I told you, Calcio Mercato is totally crazy. Thomas, ciao Thomas, grande. All sporting directors have to bell on and wait for you to go live before concluding. Of course, they cannot start without me. A good deal for Roberto Gallo. Is the fax printing still? You know it, Paolo, that everything was happening in the time with fax. Now they changed it, but the documentation needs to be totally correct. Otherwise, it's not working. But I remember with Cell, where we were waiting for that fax that never arrived. I hope they changed. The suspense music was playing in my head. Grande Thomas, that knows it by heart. GJustjuve, are you happy about Flop Kelly? If I'm happy about Floyd Kelly, but guys, I will not change my opinion. You know it, especially GJustjuve that are following the live every single day since now weeks, even more, but especially if we're speaking about Mercato. You know what I always said here on the channel, and I will not change because we signed him, we don't sign him. I think that I need to be consequent. Otherwise, I will lose a bit of credibility if I change opinion from one day or another. I always told you that according to me, Lloyd Kelly was absolutely the player that we needed to sign. If it was for me, I would have put him in the first spot of the list because he's a talented player, fantastic player that Newcastle didn't understand. He needed a bit of time to go from Bournemouth to Newcastle to already start wearing the black and white stripe. Fantastic player. Floyd Kelly, the name said it all. The new Lord Chiellini, fantastic defender, 192, he's big, he's huge. I think it's the name that can be a pillar for the next 10-15 years of Juve. I don't even understand how it was possible to go and sign a player from his caliber, seriously. But I said it in the beginning, he has always been my number one choice. I think it's a phenomenon. A phenomenon that in Premier League in UK they never really understood. So bravo Cristiano Giuntoli, brava Juventus to finally go for a top talent from Premier League. They don't know what they are missing. They are probably now crying. I'm sure if we are going now to the forum of Newcastle, they are crying. They are crying because Floyd Kelly is leaving. Floyd that is already saying hello, ciao, Forza Juve to the Juventini. But I have always said that. So I think it would not be correct for me to change opinion now. Would not be correct. Phenomenal. Big player. Fantastic. I don't know the number, but I can't wait to buy 3 shirts of him. No, guys, let's be correct. Attenzione. Attenzione, attenzione, attenzione. Attenzione, 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 attenzione. 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 The moment has arrived. The moment has arrived. We'll come back on Lord Kelly later. First, there is a priority though. Why we actually started the live. It took us 11 minutes, included the intro song, to have a done deal. Because that's what we are speaking about. Done deal. Fagioli joins Fiorentina. It took us 11 minutes of live to unlock a situation that was there since days now. Fagioli to Fiorentina. A done deal. Fagioli joins Fiorentina. Done deal. So for the people that voted, he will stay at Juventus, 41% of the people. That's a lot, huh? You were wrong. For people that said he will go to another team, 5%, you were wrong. 55% of the people that said he will go to Fiorentina were correct. And we didn't even have to wait a lot. It is a decision that has been taken. The deal has been found actually quite fast from the moment that Marseille was gone. From the moment that Marseille was gone, it was a done deal. Can I change the title there? I will not change the title. I will come back on Lloyd Kelly in a second because, of course, you know that I was joking, but I want to give you my honest opinion about Lloyd Kelly, about him in a second. Okay, guys, your feelings. Your feeling about Fagioli to Fiorentina, let me know in the chat. In the meanwhile, let me say hello and thank you to Lavezzi, grande Lavezzi from Sweden. Thank you, my friend. Really, thank you for supporting the channel like Popescu. Thank you. Meanwhile, AC Milan breaking the transfer window. Yeah, because they are going with or they already went for Walker, for Gimenez, for Bondo, and now also for Joao Felix, that is arriving or already arrived. On paper, they did a fantastic Mercato. I have already, I can show you here, I have already the Mercato from every single team prepared for you here before today. So we will go through the teams a bit later when we have time. I thought it really would have gone until midnight. But apparently the deal of Fagioli, they decided to go much faster than I expected, honestly. Good that we started earlier, otherwise it would have been just a video. Navek, 30 months with us. Thank you, my friend. I don't like we are improving a Champions League competitor. I also want to speak about that. It's a beautiful consideration. I agree with you. Paolo, grande. Thank you, Paolo. Fagioli to Fiori at this time and price is foolish. Way to add risk to our Champions League qualification. This seems desperate. Okay. Good comments. So we are reinforcing a competitor for Champions League, which should never be Fiorentina, but it is the reality today. It's true. Milan that is doing a crazy Mercato is true. Sending Fagioli for that price, if they are speaking, let's see, because if they are speaking about 20 million euro, then I don't agree with you, Paolo. If they are speaking about 20 million euro, I don't agree with you that it's foolish to sell him for that price. Then, of course, to sell him to Fiorentina is extremely annoying. It's something that I didn't want. I was hoping until the last minute for the Marseille option. I was really hoping for the Marseille option. So what are people saying in the chat? Ciao, Rico. Ciao, grande Rico. Ciao, Tarek. Juve are becoming the new Inter with foreign players. DNA is gone. I don't agree with that. Ciao Mufid, good. if we book Comuzzo for June, he didn't go to Napoli. I know we can speak about that as well. Disaster for Natasha. Beppe, I think he deserves a chance with Juve, but they don't trust him. I think I think that he received a lot of chance, no? What's your opinion on that's the point. First, I wanted to read you guys before I give mine, and I give you the context, of course. Indifferent about Fagioli. Moving on, he should do fine at Fiorentina. For sick guitarist, miseria. Sahi, we will sell Douglas Luiz next summer, and we will spend money to get another player, which is probably true. I knew it would happen. Good luck to Fagioli. For Samson, the great man, mighty Miguel. Plus, probably Fagioli wanted consistent game time, so here we go towards Fagioli instead of the club. Let's chip in and get Pizzilli low-key from Roma. Pay attention about Pizzilli. I can tell you that Pizzilli has been offered from the management to Juve. At the moment, Juventus was not really hot and warm on the name of Pizzilli, which I think is stupid. So I hope they change their mind, but in the meanwhile, I hope he doesn't receive another contract from Roma, because, he had a bad game, but Pizzilli is really a good player. But anyway, that's another story. He has been offered to Juve, I can tell you that. I can really tell you that. Okay, the story about Fagioli, before coming back on Lloyd Kelly. Okay, we need to start from the reality, guys. We need to start from the reality, from the entire story. Otherwise, we will miss some pieces in the story. I know that it's annoying because a lot of people already know, but maybe we are missing a bit of pieces here and there. Fagioli, youth academy product from Juve, one of the biggest talents we had there since really long, because the next gen project back then didn't exist. A player that it's probably the last player that didn't really experience that next gen project, because it's a player that was at the youth academy since really long at Juve. He's a Juventino as well, don't forget about that. Player that went on loan to play, fantastic, beautiful season. He came back, not sure about not staying. At the end, he really insisted to show that he was there, that he was a player that wanted to play his cards at Juve. Also knowing that Allegri was here. Allegri, one of the first coaches, not the first coach that really spotted him from a first team coach. And I said there is a guy there with the youth academy that is really great. His name is Fagioli. So it's a player that was destined to arrive in the first team. He goes on loan, he comes back, he insists, he's there with Allegri. In the beginning, he's not playing until that Lecce game. Goal in the second half, immediately, that is giving us the win. 1 week later, he's doing it again against Inter, where he takes the heart of all the Juventini, and also a starting spot at Juventus. A good second part of the season, with ups, with downs. At a certain moment, he even finished on the Gazzetta dello Sport next to Pirlo. I remember it was international break, so they had nothing to say, nothing to do. The new Pirlo, compared to Pirlo. Just to tell you how big the words were on Fagioli. Don't forget about that. I remember because I have these papers somewhere, or at least I have the screenshots from these papers somewhere. Until Fagioli, the season after, towards the end of the season, we start seeing that he's not anymore performing as in the beginning, that he reached the level, and we don't see him reaching again that level that he reached. Fagioli just started to be sad. The season after, we see that he is the starter of Juventus. We think, or we hope, that he's the starter of Juve, where we don't understand. Bad performance after bad performance, not playing here, not playing there, blaming Max Allegri, because we know he was the center of the attention. Whatever was happening at Juve in a negative side, it was because of Allegri. He goes out after a pass that creates that own goal, or that creates a goal for Sassuolo, I think, on the bench, cries. A lot of people blame Allegri because he was the one that took him off after that mistake. where we are all thinking is extremely sad. He's angry with Allegri. Why did Allegri do that? It's not acceptable, etc., etc., etc. Where then we understand that Fagioli, it was not because of that. It was because Fagioli had a problem, extra field, off the field problem, that was gambling. That is a sickness. That is dangerous. Lost a lot of money, problems, until he goes and he admits he loses the entire season, able only to come back for Bologna game. Huge hit for Juventini, because we already lost Pogba for doping, and then him for gambling. So two midfielders, disaster season, we all remember. But especially for a kid, receives a contract extension, the support of Juve, which Paul Pogba didn't receive. Let's be honest. If there is one player that received the support of Juve, it was Fagioli and not Paul Pogba. Until this season, where a lot of people were blaming me, they were angry with me when I didn't put him in a starting 11, predicted starting 11 during the Mercato, where I always said, guys, believe me when I'm telling you things. It's true that he was not injured, so he had the possibility to train every single day with the team, but training with the team and actually playing games, high-intensity games, performing at high level is something totally different. So I don't believe that in the beginning of the season we will see a great Fagioli until September, October. This is what I always said here on the channel. And then I even added something. Okay, great. I have never blamed Fagioli. I always took his side on that blaming thing, to say it's a sickness, even if he should be responsible for what he did, which he was. I didn't pity him, but I didn't blame him. But then, I always said there are three players that in season 24-25 needs really to show us. Now we need some answer. It's make it or break it. Break it. Dusan Vlahovic, Manuel Locatelli, Nicolo Fagioli. A lot of people, but why Fagioli is the top talent, is a pure talent. I told you it's tough to come back. First, because you didn't play. Secondly, because it's hard. You remember, we were in some stadiums, or even in our stadium, with the away fans that were singing song against him. It's really, really, really tough. Really tough. Until a certain moment where we see him a bit sad. We don't see him that much. In the game that he's playing, he's not really performing. That we don't see the Fagioli. Maybe it's because of the new system. Maybe it's because of the coach. And more we don't see him until fantastic performance against Leipzig. Good second half when he entered against Lazio. Lazio that was in 10 men. And that's it, what we saw this season. I've always told you here on the channel, attenzione ragazzi, because from what I know, with pain in his heart, with really pain in his heart, it's Fagioli that asked to leave. With a huge, big preference to go abroad in another country, not Italy, not to stay in Italy. He wants not to forget, to change air. And he asked for it. So, with all that story, that is a long story, but I believe since day one until today, keep in mind that the first one really to say, I need to leave, it's Fagioli, guys. Not because he doesn't like Juve, not because he... And you know that when you have a new coach that is there, when you receive your chances, you are not playing at the level. You are not playing at the level because you are probably with some things in your mind, because whatever. Don't forget that Fagioli is quite a fragile person. Huh? If you take away from him a Rabiot, a Danilo, a Bremer, because Bremer is not with the team anymore because at the moment he's going in recuperation. Fagioli, Bremer, Danilo, Szczesny. Actually, his big brothers, the ones that were taking care of him, it's hard. It's hard. He felt himself a bit alone. alone, probably at 24 today, without all the problems, with a bit of experience, he could have been one of the leaders of that locker room, and instead it's a player, Hans Nicolucci, good friend of him, for example. So, tough for him. So if you know that the player wants to leave, if you know as well that you didn't work really well on Mercato and exit Mercato, that you didn't cash in, and you know that it's also a player that will bring you only profit, which is extremely needed for Juve, then you agree, you say, okay, you are not part of the project anymore, you are there in case of need. Let's see if we still can count on you or not, if we need you or not, if you are able to play or not. And we saw him a few minutes here, a few minutes there, to still be part of Juve without really being, we saw him in some games, entering some games where he was totally daydreaming or absolutely not at the level, absolutely not focused. So what do I think about it? It's a player that is not at today, if we are taking away the emotions, because you always have that emotional side, especially when we are speaking about these kids. If you take away the emotions and you are extremely objective about the player that is not playing this season, a player that didn't play at all last season and still have, and we see it, we know it also, the problems of that gambling. I'm not saying that he's still gambling, but it's a process that it's not 100% healthy now. He said it himself. I will have to deal with it for the entire career, for my entire life. I will have to deal with that. You cannot expect 30-40 million euro. You cannot expect 30-40 million euro. Grazie, Christian. You cannot. If we are totally objective, you are a team, you want to sign Fagioli, player that didn't play last year, that this season played one good game. You know that it's a fantastic talent, but you are not even 100% sure that is out totally of that problem. You know that he asked to leave. You know that his agent are knocking on your door to check if there is a possibility to go or not, that there were more than three teams from Premier League on him. Marseille was on him. Leipzig was on him. At a certain moment, even Dortmund inquired about it. In Italy, you had the Napoli. You had, indeed, a Fiorentina. The price will never reach 30. So for people that are saying it's not a good deal, I can guarantee you that you would never have more than that. Never. Player wants to leave. And that's it. People are asking, what is the deal, Beppe? Exactly, what is the deal, Beppe? They are speaking about a loan of 2.5 until the rest of the season. 13.5 on top of the 2.5. So we arrive at 16 with a bonus of 3.5, which we arrive at 20. And 10% of the future resale. So we can say that all in all, with an obligation to buy, you go towards 20 plus 10% resale. Will he do well under Palladino? Will he be sold in the future for 50 million? You will cash in 5 million more. Will he be sold for 10 million? You will have 1 million more. That's things that we don't know. So, yeah. Mirko Di Natale is even increasing. He's saying 16 million plus 3 in bonuses and 15% of the resale. So, Nico Schira is telling us 17 plus 3 and percentage on the resale. Pedula plus 10. Mirko plus 15. So that's where we are. And guys, let's say it's a total of 20. 20 plus 10%. Karovic is saying Beppe, total 24.8 plus 10%. FS, what is FS? is one of the worst deals in Juventus history. Stop lying yourself and us. What is FS? Future sale. No, guys, no. I don't agree. No. I'm not lying to myself, guys. I am not lying to myself, and especially not to you. I would not do that. No, I didn't want to sell him to Fiorentina. Honestly, I didn't want to sell him to Fiorentina. First, because I'm not even sure if he wanted to leave abroad, then he should have gone abroad. Punto. I really thought that the ideal club for him would have been Leipzig, Dortmund. Dortmund maybe even more than Leipzig. That's really what I thought. 100%. Maybe an Aston Villa. Dortmund, Leipzig. I think that this would have been the best. If it was me, it's easy to speak, yeah. When you don't, when you're not managing the money of Juve, I would have tell you 100%, no way. I don't sell to Fiorentina. For what people were saying earlier, it's unfortunately a competitor for the top four, because every time that we are in a negotiation with them, they make our life difficult. But I am not lying, guys. You're speaking about Kelly, but if you tell me stop lying to yourself and to us, before I was joking about Kelly, we didn't come back on Kelly. Kelly is not a good deal. At today, it's not a good deal. But that's a total different story. That has. Now we are focused on Fagioli. Then I will come back. I told you I will come back on Kelly. No, Kelly is a bad deal. At today, it's a really bad deal. So no, I'm not happy. No, it's not about I'm not happy, not happy. I have nothing against the guy. Honestly, I have absolutely nothing against the guy. I don't want to start putting him a label. I never did that for anybody. Did I want the player at Juve? No, I didn't want the player at Juve. Am I wishing now that he has the best possible career at Juve? Absolutely. Will I hope that he was doing well? Absolutely well. Because if he does well, that means that Juventus is doing well. So I have absolutely nothing against the kid. And I will be his first supporter. Did I want the deal to go through? No, I didn't want to. But that's another story. Let me focus on Fagioli first. You couldn't expect more from that. The player is pushing to leave. You have a Marseille that is there in the competition that could have gone a bit more. Marseille, they found a deal for Benacer, 1 million loan with an option to buy. They go for Benacer that, according to me, especially in Marseille, can have a much faster impact than Fagioli. So they go for him, which makes totally sense. And then you have only one team that is on him, because the other teams, they never really went until the end with official offers, or maybe he didn't really want to go there in these talks. I don't know. And he goes to Fiorentina, where you have a Mandragora, where you have a Moiskin, where you have especially a Palladino, young coach that spoke with him, that wants him. He saw what happened to Moiskin as well. So he was fixed there. If Fagioli would have been a bit more open to Marseille, probably Fagioli would have gone to Marseille yesterday, the day before already. Would not even have played Juve against Empoli. Because Juventus, they had a deal with Marseille. Marseille wanted the player also first, but he said, wait. If I can choose, I prefer to choose for Fiorentina. He didn't say no to Marseille. The difference is that Marseille was not only monitoring Fagioli. That's a huge, big difference. While Fiorentina really wanted to go for him. In the beginning, they were speaking about a loan with an option to buy. At 13, this is how Fiorentina started. A loan with an option to buy at 13. At the end, we go with a loan with an obligation to buy that can arrive, bonus included, at 20 plus a 10% or 15% future resale. So Juventus, they always said 20 is what we have, but If you follow the channel, guys, I always told you, forget about the 30 million because this is not realistic. I always told you that. I think it is a good choice for him to leave. I wish him the best, not too much, because otherwise that means that they will go in Champions League and not Juve. Fiorentina that did also a beautiful winter mercato, by the way. Yeah, Paladino already called Moiskin already at Monza the year before. Then he didn't go through. He didn't want to go there. Then he went to Fiorentina and he called him again. If first it was a no, then it became a yes from Moise. Probably Moise called Fagioli as well, Paladino as well, and they pushed a bit on that situation. So no, am I sad? Yes, honestly, I'm sad because it's a player that when you grow up a player, I made an interview with him. I have a shirt of Fagioli as well at home. So a shirt of Fagioli. I made one of the first interviews was with Fagioli. It comes from the youth academy. I'm emotionally linked to these kind of players. But if we are really honest, a player from 24, what did he do for Juve? First team, I'm speaking, not a lot. In the 3 years, can we say 3 years that he's there? Not a lot. So, because of the field problem, probably without that, he would have been a total starter at Juve, guys. So, I would not blame the management on that. The only thing that I would have blamed for is, but why did you give it to Fiorentina? On the other side, guys, what do? Because you don't want to give him to Fiorentina, you keep a player. Tell me yes or no, guys. You are Juve. You know the player by heart. You know the human side of the player. You grew him up. You know him since years. You know that he's not feeling comfortable in Torino, in the city of Torino. He needs fresh air. He needs to leave. We tried with a lot of teams. We waited until the last hour, because that's what we were speaking about, of Calcio Mercato. At the end, there were still two teams, with you having a preference to Marseille. Marseille is taking themselves away, and you have only Fiorentina. What do? Because of your ego, you say no to 20 million euro that is much needed, honestly, because that's what you would have received from other teams as well. You say no to 20 million euro, and on top of that, you keep a player sad in your team that you know that he will not be able to perform and that you will not count on because he's not in that situation, and you will probably even make it worse because he will go more in depression, he will be more sad, he will not see the time until the end of the season to maybe leave for another team and maybe even start again with problems extra field. Tell me, honestly, it's 16.5 in total plus 3.5 of possible bonus. Plus 10% for the future resale, or 15, depends what source you are believing. So it's we arrive at 20. I arrive at 20. Already counting on the percentage of the resale that will probably not be 400 million. So I'm not counting 10 million there. I'm counting 2 million. Maybe you sell him for 20 million one day to Lazio or something like that. I don't know. I said thank you to Naveg. I said hello to P-Bucks, to Popescu that became a new member. Grande Popescu. Disaster for Christian. I read that earlier as well. Ali, 33 months. Let's win against Como, guys. Grande Beppe. He's already thinking about Friday. I think it's Friday that we play. Yeah? Can we confirm, guys? Are we playing on Friday or not? Christian Cialino. Thank you, my friend. Beppe, I agree about not selling to Fiorentina, given the transfer history. This year, they are also a direct competitor for a fourth space. Disaster. Then, guys, honestly, with all that I told you already, thank you, it's Friday. So with all that I already told you, all the story, blah, 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 blah. Should we, theoretically, should we seriously be scared to not make top 4 because we give Fagioli to Fiorentina? Honestly, no, guys. If you're no, seriously, guys, if you're scared now to not make top four because of Fiorentina, you gave him Fagioli. With all the respect, guys, maybe we will not make it. Maybe we will not make it, but it's not because we gave Fagioli to Fiorentina. It's because we were shit and because we don't deserve to go to Champions League. That's the reality. If we don't make the top four, it's not because of Fagioli. No? No, but Stavro is saying we are Juve. Why are we scared about Fiorentina? No, it's if we don't make it, it's because of us. So blame ourselves, not Fagioli going to Fiorentina, not Moiskin going to Fiorentina. Then I agree, guys, that Fiorentina would have been probably the bottom of the list. Then, again, I repeat, 20 million was what Juventus wanted for the player. That not they wanted, it was what they could have. And 20 million at the end will arrive. Not 13. Not 13. So until the last hour they didn't give him to Fiorentina, while I already told you about the interest of Fiorentina since a few weeks. So no, on that one I will not criticize. What I would have loved to, of course, was a Fagioli that was performing. Was a Fagioli that probably last year would have been a starter of Juve. Would have been a Fagioli that, if unfortunately it happened, was strong enough to see the opportunity and to fight for it. Guys, if today we have Douglas Luiz, Cope Manners, Thuram, it's partially also because we didn't see the growth of Fagioli. No, I don't agree with Flying Tracker. Beppe, can we agree that Fagioli has been given more chances than Fagioli? I also remember what level Fagioli can really have. I believe that Fagioli is a fantastic player. Fantastic player. Probably stronger than Locatelli if you are thinking about a player that can be a really strong mezzala, that also can be a regista, so he can play also diverse roles. I really think that Fagioli can be stronger than Locatelli. Honestly, I have absolutely no problem in saying that. But now, if you are telling me, Beppe, do you think that he received more chances than Locatelli? I 100% not agree with that. I 100% not agree with that. But 10,000% not agree with that. Because Locatelli, guys, you can say that you didn't like him, yes, but there were a lot of games where he was doing shadow work and being blamed for that. Sacrificing himself for the team, putting himself in second spot, and this is what I have always blamed to Locatelli, to sometimes think too much about the other ones instead of him. But he was playing, guys. You like him, you don't like him. He was playing. He was really playing. He was not banned for an entire year, guys. An entire year banned for gambling. Fagioli received a contract extension in his most difficult time, has been supported by Juve, has not been put out of the team by Juve. Pogba has been put out of the team. First, because it was the law of doping, but secondly, look at what Pogba had. Now, if you tell me he received no chances. On the field, guys, we come back to the same story. Do you remember? People criticizing and blaming Allegri because he took him out against Sassuolo because of that goal against, where he was crying and blaming Allegri, only Allegri, without watching and knowing the big picture. What is the big picture? The big picture is simple. Nicolo Fagioli is not 100% mentally healthy, like he also said it clearly. It will be something that will remain until the end of his life, that he will have to battle these demons. And Nicolo Fagioli was not ready to play. We saw him. We saw him not being able to perform. You see the face, guys. You see the face of a player that is not ready to perform. We gave him chances in the beginning. He was not performing. That's the reality. He was not 100% focused. You like it or you don't like it. That's just the reality. Then I love Fagioli from the deepest of my heart. And I wish him the best. And if he would send me a message today, tell me, Beppe, I need whatever, I will help him. I will help him, staying with him on the phone, advising, going to Torino to stay with him. I will even go to Firenze to help him. Because I really like the kid. I really like the kid and I wish him really the best. But if we are objective, it's the reality, guys. That's my opinion. Then you do whatever you want with it. No. I think with my heart and I think with my brain. If he wants to leave Juve. But it's not I want to leave Juve. It's a situation where I need to leave Juve. In a Juve, don't forget, where you don't have people that are... We said it. How many times did we say it here on the channel? We are missing leadership. Today we are looking to create leaders. We are looking for leaderships. We are looking for captaincy. We are looking for maturity. We saw a team that is shaking, a nervous team that is not even able to manage 90 minutes of a game. So imagine even these players taking care of problems of other teammates that I didn't even know, because we have a total new team. It's not the maturity, again, of Szczesny, of Rabiot, of that player that were really extremely close to Fagioli, giving him a help, always involving him in everything. It's important to make the division between these kind of things, guys. It's super important. Super important. Do I expect something else to happen in the last 55 minutes of the Mercato? There is always the name of Bertola from Spezia that we could possibly sign and let in his actual team in second division until the end of the season. Could possibly happen, but it's not something major. No, I don't expect anything else. About Cambiaso. Cambiaso will stay at Juve until the end of the season, maybe even longer, but minimum until the end of the season. Then Manchester City, were they serious for the player or not? Looks like they were not that serious. Don't tell me that City were that serious about the player. I mean, that's a bit like a seduction game. We seduce you and then we drop you. We seduce and we drop you because bravo. Serraz is telling me they bought Gonzalez, a midfielder, for 60 million. They bought Amorim. They bought Mamouche. They bought guys. They bought all these players for a lot of cash. So if they really wanted, they went for Cambiaso as well. They didn't at the end because it was not their priority. Seduction and then dropping. Probably that's why he's crying now at the moment. I don't know. Do we need Cambiaso back? Absolutely yes. Now he's a Juve player. Do we need him? Absolutely yes, because I tell you the truth. Against PSV in Champions League, you have a Cambiaso as a left back, or you don't have a Cambiaso as a left back, it's a total different story. It's a total different story. Do we agree on that or not? Will he reconquer the heart of the Juventini? I think that the Juventini from now on, they will be doubtful about giving again and opening again the heart to Cambiaso. Because you open your heart and then he can go again. In 3 months, because already February. So February, entire month of February, entire month of March, entire month of April, May, June, 5 months. In 5 months, he can leave. Stavros, maximum of like. Thank you, Stavros. Cugino Eddie, prediction for the summer. Loca, Gatti, and Savona all sold. Di Gregorio will be the only Italian we have. But I know your opinion about the Italians, Cugino. I already explained you 100 times, so I don't want to deep dive. I know that you love to trigger with that Italian strategy. The only thing that I can say on that one is there is no plan. There is no plan. There is no Machiavellic backstage plan to let the Italians go from Juve. If Cambiaso is an Italian one and he wants to leave, guys, and he's crying and he's deciding not to go to the stadium, and not to play. Against Benfica, didn't play and didn't even go to the stadium against Empoli. Guys, he's an Italian that is putting himself problems. If Fagioli decide to have off-the-field problems and is not strong enough to recuperate and to prove himself as Juve where he had the chance to prove himself, this is not because of Juve. Then, is it a coincidence that they're Italian? Yes, it's a coincidence. Is it a pity? Yes, it is a pity. But it's the reality, guys. So Gatti will... Look, Gatti, I am not blaming Gatti at all because it's a player that is playing 20 games in a row. From the first until the last second, it's not even human, the level of game that he's playing, with always another defensive line next to him that is absolutely not helping him. But if we are totally honest, totally objective, Gatti this season has been exposed a lot of time on a lot of weaknesses. We see that he's not the leader of a defense, and he will probably not have it in him. So I would not be surprised that with an entire starting defense next season, Gatti could be a bench player. If we are totally honest, we saw a lot of failures of Gatti this season. That doesn't mean that he has no grinta, that he doesn't love Juve, that he doesn't want to go 100% for it. But guys, I always told you, he's not the favorite one of Thiago Motta. The favorite, it's not something personal, it's way of playing, guys. It is what it is. This is the reality. He was going to be a rotational player in the beginning of the season. So I will not blame the season of Gatti. Until now, I cannot blame him. He made a lot of mistakes, but I cannot even be angry on him, even if a lot of time analyzing the goals. I see the failures. I see a lot of things where I say, die. And it's not about Italian or not Italian, Italian or not Italian. Look, Locatelli, I said exactly the same like Vlahovic or Fagioli. This is the make or break season. Look at Locatelli performing now. Look at how he's performing now, how he received these whistles in the stadium, didn't appreciate them. Probably changed something in the relation between him and fans. I can already tell you that as well. Changed something, taking a bit more distance about the fans, which is extremely a pity, but that's a reality. Bravo. Sarraz is just saying what I said. And when we have Italians, then we whistle them. When we have Savona, we are whistling Savona and we don't want him. While Savona, at the contrary of Cambiaso, was there against Empoli with growing pain, played 90 minutes and played as a left back for the very first time, saying, coach, I'm there. If you need me, I'm there. So the narrative of Italian players, it goes really far. You need to really go in time to understand really that politics of Italian players, yes or no, and how, and no, I don't agree. But I know that Cugino Eddie loves that Italianità, without never explaining me, never telling me rational things. Just we don't like Italians. Anyway, let's go. If we had a strong defense, we wouldn't concede 60%. Yeah, but if I had hair, I would probably be at the stadium today and not here on my chair. You think that Miretti isn't in the squad next year? Miretti, look at Miretti. Miretti is a player that this season has been whistled a lot in the first 10 games of the season, I believe. The first 10 games were Genoa. They were, mamma mia, they were pissed off with him. And now he starts to be the star. I have always defended Miretti's talent here, not the performances of Miretti, but the talent of Miretti. And I'm happy to see him doing these kind of things, like Nicolo is doing fantastically well. Juve is not Genoa, Juve is not Venezia. Never forget about that. Especially not for young Juventini that grew up with the youth academy. Never, never, ever forget about that. Put that in your mind. Never forget about that. Genoa is one thing, Venezia is another thing, Juve is another thing. For these kids, it's totally a different thing. And or you're extremely strong and mature, or you can't. Let's see, with a year of confidence, when he will come back, because it's a loan without option, without obligation, when he will come back, if he will be able to believe in him staying, or maybe he says, look, maybe I want to leave. Maybe I'm not destined to the greatness of Juve. I understood it because I'm a player that needs to go on another way. Juve will always give me stress. Can be, huh? No, today I don't do it, Rob. Thank you for the donation, my friend. Because it's deadline day. I have no time. Danilo Cambiaso, Fagioli, Kelly, and Colomoni, top 5. Bravo, Rob. Bravo, Rob. No, today no. No, today no. No, today no. Just this one. Out of respect, only this one. Danilo Cambiaso, Fagioli, Kelly, and Colomoni. Today, what I think? Today, I put 5th. Danilo. 4th, Fagioli. 3rd, Cambiaso. 2nd, Kelly. 1st, Colomoni. As easy as that. That's what I think. I know, because Danilo is not the Juve player. Fagioli, I put him forward because he will not be anymore. Cambiaso, because he was about not to be, and because I am extremely angry with Cambiaso, I tell you. Huh? I'm extremely angry with Cambiaso. Kelly just arrived, so give him a chance. Colomoni is the reincarnation of Tevez and Trezeguet. It's the best player I ever saw in my life. And, of course. Asian British traveler saying Mbappe is messing around. No, I'm not messing around. The other one, Danilo is not a Juve player anymore. He's not there in the wall, huh? He's gone, huh? Ciao. Fagioli will not be a Juve player anymore. Then, in 20 years, when they will all have retired, and you ask me again, I will make you another ranking about what I think about their career at Juve, what they gave for Juve, and then I will make another one. But at the moment, no. Only Colomoni, and it's true. Navig is telling me only Colomoni and Kelly, they want to be here. Fantastic short about Andy. You can see it in the tabs. Mamma mia. But you see your problem. We are in deadline day. We are speaking about Fagioli, that is a really important person from Juve, that just leaving the club, and you are asking me to do top 5s. Rob is asking me, then now Steve, that is even messing even more, about Rob, Bogdan, no, Colomoni, Colo 99, Bogdan, Rob Lewandowski, Softic, and LJJ. Peter, this is really difficult. No, it's not correct. It's really not correct. I cannot choose. Look, Softic is there since the first videos. Softic has always been supportive for the channel. Colo has been important for the channel in supporting the channel, helping me. It's always someone that I can go to if I need something. I never ask him because a lot of times he's saying, Beppe, what do you need here? Oh, he's putting, no. He's helping me like that as a friend, and I don't like that. So I always try to ignore his support. I said, no, Colo, leave me alone. He's also making the Mercato is crazy clips. So Bogdan is here every day. Every video is writing. Every live is writing in the chat. LJJ is there since long as well, and always there. And then you have Rob Lewandowski that is there since a few days from Norway, that is becoming the official sponsor of the channel. So it's impossible to choose, guys. It's impossible to choose. Impossible to choose. Impossible. Impossible. How can you choose? How can you choose? But I described the 5 person. So can we speak about Mercato? About deadline day? Check. Fabrizio Romano. Where is he? Fabrizio. Fabrizione, what do you want? Fabrizio Romano. Fabrizio Romano, what does he want? Milan. Milan, Chelsea, and Joao Felix don't deal. Nicolo Fagioli has signed his new contract as Fiorentina player from Juventus, but we knew it, huh? Yeah, we said it. We are. It's a bit late, huh? We made the entire story since his birth until tomorrow. Yeah, I'm sad. I'm not angry. On that one, pay attention, because tomorrow, max Wednesday, I go out with the rating of the Mercato, and I will not be kind. Especially not on Juve, because I'm speaking about Juve, so I will not be kind because I didn't like this Mercato. That's the reality. I really didn't like this Mercato. So I think that management need to blame themselves on all things. Not on Fagioli. On Fagioli, I think it's a correct one. And, unfortunately, the value, but that depreciation, loss in value is because of Fagioli and not because of Juve. But I didn't like our Mercato. Colo is asking Beppe, what was the best team, I believe? No, what was the best sign in this window? If you speak about Juve, I think that at the moment it's difficult to judge, but Colomani would be a really, really, really super easy yes or easy answer. Then it will be probably unpopular, but and it's disgusting to say because you know how much I dislike them, but Zalewski to Inter is smart, guys. I always told you that I had a weak spot for Zalewski from Roma. I know that they hated him. Huh? They didn't like Zalewski. They watched him more than me, but maybe, I don't know. I had that soft spot for Zalewski. Yeah, a lot of people are telling me it's not that good. A lot of people. I don't know why. I like the player. I see something in him that only me and Beppe Marotta we saw. Maybe because we call our name is Giuseppe, both. Maybe that's the problem. Huh? Giuseppe Marotta, Beppe Marotta, Giuseppe Bognanni, Beppe Bognanni. Just. So I don't know, but I think that Zalewski to Inter is a beautiful one. But not because Zalewski is not because Zalewski is a phenomenal. Let's not exaggerate. Now I said I had a soft spot for him, but they are smart guys. They need a player in that position. They will go and find that position. It's incredible, but it's the reality. They have no money, huh? Inter, they have no money. They have a lot of problems, but they have a problem in a specific role. They go and they found a way to fill it. Then the other one, but on paper, guys, Milan did the best Mercato. On paper. Can you doubt about it? They went already with Walker Gimenez. Today they go with Joao Felix. They went with Bondo from Monza. That is a good player. Young player, but good player. Bondo, that was... Monza, by the way, Monza is a disaster. Pablo Mari, gone. Maldini, gone. Bondo gone. It's like they're saying, you know what? Let's put us immediately in Serie B. Monza, disaster. Yeah, they're Serie B ready. They already said, you know what, let's sell them now, because if we go in second division in the summer, a lot of these players will lose in value. So we sell them now, at least we cash in a bit, and we go in Serie B tranquilly, relaxed. Yeah. I don't know. I promise you, I think this is the real strategy. The strategy was this: we give them away now, we sell them now to have a fair price, which is not a lot, but a fair price, because they will even go lower when we will go in the second division, which is a shame, because you have now a team that was already in huge big troubles and that gave up. So how will they make it? I don't know, guys. I really don't know. Conte, I think he will fight with De Laurentiis. I think they will really fight. Guys, they sold him Kvaratskhelia, they knew since long. He wanted Lookman. He really wanted Lookman. You know that story, yeah? He wanted Lookman. He said, we cash in 70, go to Atalanta, give him 50. If they don't want 50, give him 70. Give me Lookman. That's what he said. Give me Lookman. And then Lookman, they did. De Laurentiis said, "You're crazy." They said no. So then they started with Garnacho. I told you, really, I didn't want Garnacho at Napoli. I like Garnacho. He's not yet at maturity, but I really like Garnacho. What are you thinking about Garnacho, guys? Because when I watch him, I like the kid. I really like the kid. But they wanted Garnacho. But I said, Mamma mia, I hope he will not go there. Then Adeyemi. Adeyemi, he didn't want to go there. Adeyemi said, but you're crazy. Adeyemi said, it's not at my level. Seriously, I promise you, that's what he said. He said, Napoli is not at my level. I want to go to Premier League. There are two teams there. I think even Liverpool, possibly for the summer. But he said, it's not at my level. If we want, we can speak about Juve. We can speak about Juve for the summer. That can be an option. But no, Napoli is not my level. He knows. Smart player. Smart, Adeyemi. Then, they wanted even to go to Maximin. Do you remember that player, Saint-Maximin, that was doing fantastically well with Newcastle? Then he went to Saudi Arabia. Then he went on loan, I don't know where. They wanted him. No. You know who they brought in? They brought in Okafor. Okafor that went to Leipzig, did the test, they said, no. He said no. He's not in form. He's not in shape. He's not in shape. Send him back. He goes back to Milan. He's the last choice of the last choice. He was the last choice. De Laurentiis, you go for that player. Guys, seriously. Antonio Conte is pissed off. He's about yesterday. He put a player in at a certain moment. Mazzocchi. I don't know who is that guy. He took away Neres. To tell you why. You know why I don't want Conte for these things? Yesterday, you know what he did? He was winning 1-0. He takes away Neres on the 1-0 lead in the, I believe, 75th minute or something like that. I was watching the game with my son. I said, you know what he's doing there? He's actually sending a message to De Laurentiis. He's telling De Laurentiis, it was what minute? It was the minute... wait, because I'm watching something else. Wait. Yesterday, Roma, Napoli. Let me check. He changed him with... bravo. Mazzocchi at the 76th minute, indeed. He changed it just to send a message to De Laurentiis. If we lose, it's because you don't sign me players. But if you want me to win the Scudetto with Mazzocchi, we will lose it. Guys, this is the problem with Antonio Conte. That's the problem. He's fighting against 19 teams of Serie A, plus he's fighting inside his team with everyone. That's the big, huge problem. Yesterday, he was winning 1-0. He decides suddenly, No, I will take Neres out. I will put Mazzocchi. I will send a message to De Laurentiis that is watching, because if I want to win that game as well, but if we lose that game, then it will be because of the fact that I have no winger, while he sold me Kvaratskhelia. Voila. But he will be pissed off. Let's see. Let's see how long it will be sustainable, because if they win, everyone is happy. In Napoli camp, if they don't win, he already started, huh? The machine already started with Conte. But this team, you will see, we are doing miracles now, because this team, they were fighting for being confident again, but this team, you will see, it's a problem. If we go with that team in Europe, it's impossible to play. We are not ready. He already started. We are. The 3rd of February, he already started since already 3-4 weeks with that narrative. So in January, he already started. This team, he cannot play in Europe. It's impossible. While they are first in the ranking. Mamma mia. Mamma mia. No, guys. This guy is making me tired. Seriously, he's already made. And I love him, because that's the problem. If tomorrow he comes to Juve, I will be happy. But not tomorrow, I mean tomorrow. In the future, if he comes back to Juve, I will be happy, because Conte is Conte. But you know what it is. Conte, you know. Rob Lewandowski, will we start next season with a normal big squad? But that's a fantastic question, Rob. The top 5 are also great, huh? Not today, but they are also great. Yesterday we had a big fun thanks to you, but this is a really fantastic one. Do you remember one of the first press conferences of Thiago Motta? What did he say? He said, I don't want extra large team. We play 5 competition. We know really well the agenda. We know the schedule. We know all the games we need to play. We need a team of 23, 24 players. Equal level, ready to compete with each other. You remember that? I think never in his life he regretted something like that. But this is also part of the growing process from a young coach. I don't think that next year, first of all, there will be no 5th competition, because it's every 4 years the Club World Cup. But still, it's Champions League, hopefully. If not, it's Europa League, yeah? It's even worse, because then you play on Thursday and you have less money. But it will be again, European competition, Serie A, Coppa Italia, hopefully Supercoppa. It's a lot, It's really a lot, guys, So, when he's saying, I understand, pay attention. I understand, because this is the ideal world. When I was manager as well, I said, I would love the best managers to manage my teams, because if you have only strong people, then everything will be fantastic and it's better. It's not always true, or it's not always feasible, or no, because sometimes you have that many great persons into your teams below that all of them, they want to have the succession, but you can only promote one, so then you have. I don't want to enter in these details, but you learn with experience. You have ideal plan, you have ideal world, and then you have the reality. And I think that when I said in the beginning of the season, let's go with 23, 24 players, I understand perfectly. If you have 2 players per role that are fighting with each other to have it, I understand that it's fantastic. But then it's not the reality, because you have some players that mentally are down, physically are down, that are tired, that receive a ban for gambling or for doping, or you have this. I'm not saying that you need 35 players or 42, 45 like Chelsea. Let's not exaggerate. But the normal big team should be better. Big in the amount of players, and hopefully we can also have a bigger team in terms of age. I don't think, honestly, that Juventus, it should not be a pride for Juve to be the second youngest team of Serie A. Am I saying something unpopular here? Can you tell me yes or no, guys? Am I saying something unpopular here when I tell you it's not a pride for Juve to have the second youngest team of Serie A. I believe that if you have the second youngest team of Serie A, it's because something went wrong. I'm not saying that you need to have the second oldest team of Serie A, because then also something is wrong. But you need to be in the average lower. A young team, fresh team, but only young like we have now. Look, we see the problems that are there. Ciao, Sasha. Andy's saying no with any team. Young players need older players to provide structure. It's also true. Sam Mikalev, grande Sam, was thinking for summer. Guardiol for center back. Cambiaso. Cambiaso to City could be real. Guardiol to Juve, I never heard about that one. So, I don't know. It's a beautiful thought, and thank you for the donation, Sam, but I personally never heard about it. Then, if there is the possibility, why not? But I think that, look, Kelly, we signed him, and it's a lot of money, yeah? Because of necessity, because of rush, because of panic buy, because you were obliged to go for him. I was even scared. Today I was scared that we couldn't even sign him, because otherwise we would have had nobody else. But we were obliged. On top of that, with the injury of Kalulu, you know what they said officially: 10 days we will reevaluate, which means that he will come back in the month of May. But no, we were obliged. So I was really stressing that at the end something would have happened there. But it's not a good deal, eh? It's not a good deal. Then next year, hopefully, Gleison will be back. And then you will need to, go for Vega. I'm not sure if we will be able to sign him or not. Probably yes, if he's doing well. Probably yes, if you're able to sit at the table with Chelsea. Then you have Kelly. Let's see, guys. Let's see. I have no idea. I have honestly no idea. What I want to see is that we believed in him, because we go for Vega for no money. True. It's a loan player. And we go for two players. We go for two players on loan, and we go for two players that we signed. Who are the players that we signed? Alberto Costa, that we didn't see, not even entering after how much now? Milan, Napoli, and Empoli. So he didn't even enter. I think I didn't even see him warming up, honestly. And then Kelly. If I don't see Kelly in here, then maybe we have a problem, because the two players that we had on loan, we play them immediately. You have a game, you play 90 minutes, and then you have two players. Let's see. I'm extremely curious. I don't know what he will be able. I hope the best. I really hope the best. At the moment, they need to convince me that. They really need to convince me. I'm not 100% convinced at the moment. Amir, what's up with the players who leave Atalanta? For some reason, they can't perform as well when they move away. Cope is an example. No, not only Cope. I think it would be faster if we go towards the player that performed after their time under Gasperini Atalanta. It would be much easier to find a player that performed instead of didn't perform. Nobody. Indeed, I see here in the chat, Gosens, Caldara, Højlund, or other examples that failed. All of them failed. I think, we will be faster with one. Give me one name that did well. So why? Because there are system players. Bastoni, bravo, Bastoni. Bastoni is the player, yeah. Ma Kulusevski, I'm not 100% sure. After Atalanta, but did he really play at Atalanta a lot? I know he came from Atalanta, but he was on loan at Parma. Out of mind. Attenzione, eh? Don't mess around with Beppe, eh? Don't mess around with Beppe. Don't try to fool me. Confirmation are coming from here in the chat from Joy Anselmi. At Parma, on loan from Atalanta, on loan to Parma. Romero and Diallo. Yeah, on these ones I agree. On this one I agree. System coach. System coach that has the same system with continuity since a lot of years, where these players are requested tasks to do, which is fantastic as long as you have that coach, as long as these players are in that system, and they are overperforming thanks to the system. So it's the system that is at the service of the players more than the players are at the service of the system. And sometimes misinterpretations from scouts in thinking, wow, that player is able to give me that, without taking into consideration maybe without that system he will not be able anymore to give me that. That's the secret. Gasperini is a great coach. I don't like the person Gasperini. But as a coach, he's a fantastic coach. Coach that needs his time. I think that they found also the perfect project. At Inter, they didn't give him time. In a big club, you don't have time. You know it. After the first draw, it's the end of the world. It's immediately the end of the world. So it's a coach that came to an Atalanta without any dreams. Started to work, started to build without pressure. Sometimes a bit lucky. And okay, Alessio Tacchinardi, yes, but also Pippo Inzaghi, Bob Bovieri, but these players were not trained by Gasperini. I know that Gasperini looks really old with the white hair, but he's not that old. He's not that old. Look, indeed, I said it this morning. Zaniolo, Fagioli, Moischini in the same team. I really hope for them that things will go well. Zaniolo and Moise. And then you put Fagioli on top. I don't know, guys. I really don't know. I don't know. I really don't know. It can be in French we say une bombe à retardement, a bomb ready to explode. It can be really dangerous. Daniel White. What if Juve go to Champions League but Inter win Champions League for 5th spot? No, but I don't like these kind of questions. I really don't like these kind of challenges questions. No, I don't want Inter to win the Champions League. Then I'm always thinking in favor for Juve. The good for Juve will always, at the end, will always be the best thing that will make me make that decisive step or decision. But no, I don't want Inter to win. No. Let's move on. Let's move on. I don't like. I really don't like. By the way, Zaniolo to Fiorentina, you know that now we have a real possibility to sign him. It never happened before when he was at Roma, when it was wherever. Now that he's at Fiorentina, you will see that now it's possible to go and sign him for 40 million euro next season. You will see. How surprised are you with Keane? Thank you, guys. I didn't say thank you, so it's really not polite from me, but thank you. Rob, how surprised are you with Keane? Will he continue? Continue where? His form. Yeah, I'm not surprised. No, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. I'm absolutely not surprised. It was a player that needed confidence, continuity, less pressure. Ideal situation at Firenze for him. Yeah, I think he can continue. Great player. Then let's see if he will move or not. But guys, how much? 17 minutes before the end of the Mercato. Cambiaso is there. Vlahovic is there. Fagioli is not there anymore. Mitch, thank you, my friend. Strikers in the summer. Dusan out, Colo back to Paris Saint-Germain. I would be prudent with Colo back to Paris Saint-Germain. I always told you the talks were already set. There is no promise. There is no signature because you cannot. But the talks were already started to have Colo money on loan for an extra years, which is not a promise. Then, if the guy continues to bang an average of 3 goals every 2 games, which is 1.5 per game, you can be sure that an English team will arrive with 100 million euro to Paris Saint-Germain, and he will be happy because he has another challenge in another league, and he's gone. So what do we need to wish? That he's not doing as good anymore to keep him? No. So let's see. Discussions are there to continue with him for 1 more year on loan next year. Maybe with a compensation to decrease what he's still worth in value to Paris Saint-Germain, to then at the end sign him. But today, I don't know, Dusan will probably be sold, yeah. If there was an offer for Dusan, it would have gone already. Then the guy is not a bad guy, huh? He's really one that cares about Juve, that wants to give the best for Juve. I'm happy how he entered, that he was involved yesterday, but we all know it's much more than that. Juventus is not 100% sure that he's worth his value as what he gave to Juve in these seasons, 1, and 2, Juventus cannot even afford that huge salary that he doesn't want to go lower to. So there are 2 different stories that Juve says it's not a player for us. Though I'm sure that he will leave in the summer. At least everyone is sure about that. I always told you that the plan could possibly change with that factor Colo money. But I have always told you here, always, that the plan has always been Dusan Vlahovic sold, you cash in what you can cash in, and you take Jonathan David. Jonathan David could have gone to another team already now. Huh? He didn't. Why was nobody speaking about Jonathan David? Juventus couldn't take him because he's an extra comunitario, so non-EU passport. But why is he not in another team? Why didn't, Arsenal go for Jonathan David? You put a bit, not too much, huh? A bit of money, too little, and he's gone. Huh? My phone giving, yeah, I will put my phone away. You see what I tell you? A bit of cash, Arsenal could have done it. Huh? Easy, they need a striker. Cool. It's not it's not only about too much salary. I think that there are some promises already made with another team. Maybe it's not Juve, but I think there is already an agreement to go for free. So which team am I thinking about? Juve is looking for a free replacement of Dusan Vlahovic. Do I like Jonathan David? No, honestly, no, not that much. I think it's not a bad player today. No, oh, people are saying he's doing a bad season with Lille. I think he's actually doing a good season with Lille. At least the last time that I studied the player, he was not doing that bad. Am I wrong, guys? Atalanta tried for Lorenzo Luca, guys. I don't want Lorenzo Luca. I don't like it. It's not a bad player, but I'm not sure. No. Jonathan David. Cazzo, he's not doing a great season, they are telling me. Luckily, sometimes it's not that I don't believe you, but I say, you know what, I will check. Because I said he was actually doing a good season, no? 90 games in Liga, 12 goals, 3 assists. Champions League, 6 goals, 1 assist. Qualification, 2 goals, 2 assists. And in Coupe de France, 2 games, 2 assists. Yeah, cazzo. I would love players that are not performing with these stats. He's not doing a good season. They told me in the chat. You make me laugh. You really make me laugh. No. So how much is it? If you're looking at in total, if you're looking in total, all the goals, I even made the calculation, 20 goals, 8 assists in 33 games. Playing all the games, all the games. He just missed one against Strasbourg. It's a machine. And did you see the teams against who he scored? Real Madrid, 1 goal. Atletico Madrid, 2 goals. Juventus, 1 goal. Liverpool, 1 goal. Feyenoord. You know, I was asking for Jonathan David to prove himself with consistency and also against big teams. And this season is answering. This season is really answering. Did he score against Paris Saint-Germain? They played only one time against PSG, I believe. Yeah, only one time he didn't score this season. So at the end, you will see that I will be a big fan of him. But no, I think that would be logical, and with that money, you can do something else with the money of Dusan Vlahovic. Zaki, Conte. I have a spot. Wait, Conte, I've soft spot whichever club he coach abroad, but I never want him at Juve. Whatever situation, Motta and Allegri get on with their job quietly. Look, I tell you, Zaki, thank you. I'm a bit the same as you. At Chelsea, I was happy to support a bit. Support. I was happy if they won, when they won. If he goes to Marseille, I will like Marseille. If he goes to... Yeah, I agree. In Italy, no. In Italy, no. But it's true that having him back at Juve... I said it earlier. I would, if he comes, I will support him and I will try to enjoy the moment I have him. But it's really difficult. Conte is difficult, guys. Conte is really difficult. This is something that I believe that even me, I cannot handle for more than 18 months. Or I go in burnout. I really go in burnout. Really. I'm not a huge fan of Retegui, guys. But he's doing well at Atalanta. But that's the problem. Everyone is doing well at Atalanta. I know. Guys, I would not buy anymore from Atalanta. Basta. The only one I would buy for Atalanta is Ederson. Ederson is good player. Ah, you see, Anthony told me. I've never been a big fan of Retegui. El Tigre. Okay, if your name is a tiger, guys, you have a problem. Huh? We have a problem. Thank you, Zaki. Lilgi. Ciao, Bep. Lineup prediction for next game. I have no idea. I have absolutely no idea. We are only Monday. That means that today they were even in a day off. The problem is it's not Beppe that I have no idea. The problem is that Thiago Motta has no idea today because they were all off. So they will start training tomorrow, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, match day on Friday evening. I think that really important will be how you recuperate Cambiaso. How will recuperating Cambiaso? Big question. Otherwise, it's Cambiaso back on the left. I have a question for you guys, and then I will go to Abdul Rahman. I have a question for you. If you see Cambiaso playing 90 minutes against Como, so from the start, are you happy and you are relieved? You say, finally he's back. I'm happy. Okay, he didn't go to City. I'm happy and he's back. Or you are more pissed off because you said, then you were fooling us and you left us alone for 2 games. That could have been extremely important. Think about it, huh? Jim, think about it. Happy or you say, Gino is happy. If it was the same situation with, I don't know, give me a name. Douglas Luiz, he would be pissed off. Because he's not Italian. But because he's Italian, then I'm happy. So I have here pissed off, Nevio, pissed off, Iran, Johnny is happy, Cugino Eddie is happy, Jim is happy, Johnny is happy, King Akrepi, angry because he was waiting for Pep. Both, Neven. I lost the trust for Alessandro Caraglia. Stavros, a bit of both, but if he plays well, then I won't care. Hosara would be happy if he plays well and acts like he cares with heart. Pissed off for sure for Natasa, that will not forgive him. Happy, unhappy. So it's a big one. It's a big topic. Very angry for Sam Mikalev. Colo, maybe it's Juve if it's Juve who told him he cannot play during the active negotiation with no. No, this has also publicly been said by Thiago Motta. The player decided to take him out of the team for a few days because of the ankle problem. I rewinded that part like 5 times to be sure 100% of what I was hearing, because usually is together with the player we decided, together with the medical staff we decided it was better for the player, because they said it clearly. Andrea Cambiaso didn't train with the team today. He had that problem at the ankle. He came back to help the team, to support the team, but he's feeling pain, and he decided. No, he didn't say he felt pain. He said, but it's not 100%, and he decided to take a few days to take care of it before coming back. He didn't go to the J Medical. I can guarantee you that. There were no extra tests on Cambiaso in the J Medical, and he didn't even go to the stadium yesterday to watch the team playing against Empoli. Maybe it was too early. I don't know. I have no idea. No. It's not the team that I can really guarantee you. It's said publicly. I think that the answer of Neven is correct. Is how I would feel as well. Both, and then I saw some other answer that said both, but he needs to play well. Look, if he plays well, at the end I would be happy, because I told you, Cambiaso, it's important to recuperate him as well until the end of the season, guys, for Serie A, but also in Champions League. Oh, guys, I want to go through against PSV. And now we are speaking, we are joking, but we have 1 week to prepare for the best now. Not even. We have how much? Not a lot. Huh? Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. After that, we have games that will never end as 6 games. Still 6 games in the month of February. That is the shortest month of the year with 28 days. What are the games that we are playing? We are playing Como, PSV, Inter, PSV, Cagliari, and again Empoli in Coppa Italia. It's a lot, huh? So we need Cambiaso. 2 minutes before the end of Calcio Mercato. At the moment, I didn't hear anything. Else. So I think the Mercato will be closed. Attenzione. Abdul Rahman, thank you for the donation, my friend, from Saudi Arabia. I think Motta is stuck in Bologna in big teams. 24 players should not compete for a position. Everyone should know what to deliver. Example, look at Barcelona. No, but we have a different Motta today. Yeah? Today we are the 3rd of February. These words from Motta were from July, August. Beginning of August, end of July. No, July. So we are speaking about a total different version of Thiago Motta. And I told you he will learn. Attenzione. I didn't accept that. Last minute. At the last minute. Official. It is official. Did you see it or not? I never I was expecting that. Mercato is officially over. The window, entry, exit for Juve is over. Mercato was crazy. This winter Mercato, I was not lying, guys. I didn't say anything. I was not trolling. I told you it's over. It's over, guys. Mercato is over. It is over. Entry, exit Mercato is over. Okay, now that it's officially over, the Calcio Mercato, I think that this one was extremely exhausting because usually when you have Calcio Mercato, you have, no games. Especially, you have sometimes friendlies, but you have not really, even if it's sometimes the beginning of the season. So, Winter Mercato, you have the games in the meanwhile, and we had a lot of games. And honestly, the results were not there. The players that we were going for, we were flopping. How many defenders did we hear about? Then the players that we take were not 100% happy about the formula. This one has been really even more exhausting than a summer Mercato. Really summer Mercato. Really exhausting. But I tell you, we signed Alberto Costa, Colomwani. So Alberto Costa is permanent signing, 12.5. Colomwani on loan until the end of the season. What will happen in the future, we don't know. Renato Vega, loan until the end of the season. Lloyd Kelly, a loan plus an obligation to buy that will go towards 17.5 million euro. Danilo, stop the contract. Arthur renewed until 2027 to lower his salary to 3.8 and then went on loan to Girona. Fagioli, loan with obligation to buy to Fiorentina for 16 plus potentially bonus that can go towards 19 plus 10 or 15% future resale. Rating in the chat. Now, the rating of the calcio mercato of Juve. If you take everything into consideration, they told us we will not sign any offensive player. There is an offensive player. They told us we will bring you 2 defenders. At the end, we have 3. We have 2 center backs. One of them can even play as a left back, and we have a right back. Let me check. 4 for Miguel. 5, 4, 3.5, 4, 4, 6 is the biggest rating at the moment from Cheyenne. 3, 1, 3.79 from King Akrepi. 6.9, 15, Ryan, 15%. 5, 4, 3, 7 for Axel. If we get Colomani in the summer, yeah, but that's not winter mercato. Huh? 2 plus out of 5. So it's 4.5 on 10 from Karabac. Miguel, now that I realize that the Kelly deal was an obligation, I can't go higher than 4. Obligation at certain conditions, but apparently it's easy conditions. 4.175 for Thomas. Minus, I believe it's 100,000 because I cannot see it clearly, but I think it's 100,000 on 10 for Andy Golding. Colo 7.8. EA53 3.3. 8 on 10 for Luca. Saraz, I can finally take a break off Telegram and unsub everyone on Twitter. Time to sleep. Thank you to Saraz that did a big job on Telegram. Really, managing it alone and increasing the intensity of messages. Thank you. 4 on 10 for Daniel. I will not reveal you my rating, otherwise you will not watch the video of probably Wednesday. Give me time to prepare it tomorrow. Tomorrow I will do a video, of course, but maybe it could be tomorrow. It could already be tomorrow in the second video, or maybe the day after. Not further than Wednesday, otherwise too late. But I will not give you the rating, but I can tell you that I have been not happy with this transfer market. And I'm not speaking about the names that we are reading here. Colomani is a fantastic name. Seriously. Renato Vega impressed me in that first game, even if we were playing against half of the team of Empoli. But Lloyd, I never watched, so Berto Costa, I don't understand the signing today. So let's see. But it's not that is annoying me. This is not what is annoying me. What is annoying me is really the timing. Until, what was it, 8 p.m. today, we didn't even sign the second defender with Kalulu, Bremer, Cabal out. Renato Vega arrived last week and started and played 90 minutes against Empoli. It's timing, and it's also that in the summer I can accept that you had a deal for Calafiori, that Bologna changed. They didn't keep their word, but it's Mercato, guys. Arsenal comes with twice the money. They take the player from 50. Why should they sell him to us for 27, I believe? 23 or 27 that we agreed on. I can understand. But if it happens for Calafiori, if it happens for Todibo, and you are obliged to go for a Kalulu, that I have been pro Kalulu since the first day. If you don't believe me, go and watch the videos. But if it was not your first choice, Kalulu, maybe it was the first choice of Beppe, but it was not the first choice of Juve, and you need to go for Kalulu. It's not a beautiful image. And okay, it can happen to everyone. You had a plan, it failed, okay, you are at Juve, you need to understand how. But if you're repeating the same in the winter, and even doing it worse because the period is way shorter, and Todibo, and it flops. Tomori, and it flops. And then if publicly on the papers it's written that you are ready to put 50 million euro for Araujo, and that he stay at Barcelona, if you want to go for Hansko, then you have Gimenez that goes to Milan, and it will be their direct competitor in the game of Champions League. But they don't give you Hansko, is that you didn't find the key to unlock Hansko. No? There were so many names, and a lot of them are not really concrete. A lot of them were maybe, ideas. But I was not happy to hear about ideas on the 20th of January. I was okay to hear about ideas in November. I was okay to hear about ideas in December. But I couldn't hear that many ideas. We heard about Antonio Silva, guys. No, but on Gimenez, it's easy. He had the close. Milan got closer and closer and closer to that close, and they let him go, which is strange, anyway. But so I understand that it's different from one player and the other. On the other side, it means that you didn't find the key to unlock it. Because the image, for a lot of people, are not maybe following Juve 24/7 and watching every single detail. They don't take the time. They have a life, they have a family, they have kids, they have friends, they have a job, they have already their own problem. Imagine starting to follow everything what Juve is doing into detail, and also what other clubs are doing. Because here you're speaking about Milan, about Feyenoord, about Juve, about the agent of the player, about the request, about Giuntoli, about... It's impossible to understand. So the image that you are sending is not a beautiful one. This is what remains at the end. So I was not happy. I'm not saying that Kalulu would not have that injury, because sometimes it's bad luck, sometimes. But if you know that it's already a player that comes from a season where he didn't play a lot because of injury, that Milan, they gave it to you for a simple reason, because they were absolutely not confident about the player physically. They said this player cannot play. These were the words from inside Milanello. They said this player cannot play 5 games in a row. It cannot. It's over. It cannot. It will never be. Look at that. We got him to play 20 games in a row. 20 games in a row, game in, game out, in all the different positions. Right back, center back on the right, center back on the left. I told you, maybe, if a player would have arrived on the 2nd of January, maybe Kalulu could have rested. And maybe avoiding an injury. Maybe. Not sure. Because sometimes you are unlucky. Sometimes not. Same as Gatti. Yeah. Now I'm speaking about Kalulu because he's injured, but exactly the same as for Gatti. So then I will not reveal you everything, of course, but yeah. Cambiaso situation, I believe that this one is to blame to the player himself, how he managed the situation, because when the voices were there, he was playing with Juve after that injury. He was playing, even as a starter. He took himself back. Fagioli already explained every single thing that I had. Danilo, badly managed. Also there. Danilo, according to me, extremely badly managed from Juve. So, no, I will not give a high rating on that one. That being said, Forza Alberto Costa, Colomwani, Renato Vega, Lloyd, Kelly. I will do something together with you, by the way. I will do something. What is the number of... did someone see the number of Lord Chiellini? I didn't see it. I didn't see the number of Lord Chiellini. So if someone has it, please let me know. No leaks on his number. Not yet. I didn't ask information about it, so I don't know neither. I really don't know. I don't know. Wait, what I want to do together with you guys is... Thomas is saying 25. Honestly, I don't know. I suppose he will take 25 for Karabac, 18. I see. Can someone confirm if it's real or not? Maybe we can. Maybe Transfer Market already knows. Wait, Lloyd Kelly. You never know, guys. Sometimes you need to go and check yourselves. He's already at Juve. Center back. Boom. Let's see. Stats. Career. Squad numbers. I wanted to be a smart ass, but no. I don't know yet. 25. Who has the 25 at Juve? I don't know. Nobody. But it's the number of Rabiot. You need to pay attention with these numbers. Okay. So if we manage again the team, that's always a hard one to do. Arthur is gone. Renato Vega, we can put him here. Bremer, Nico Gonzalez, Wea, Alzic, Fagioli is gone. Aya. Ooh, that hurted a lot. That was a painful one. Lloyd, Kelly, we need to add Lloyd, Kelly. But let's go with 25. Center back. Colomani. Boom. Let's see here. Okay. So, Di Gregorio, Colomani. You know it, huh? Now it's Colomani plus 10 others. Gatti is obliged to play. Thuram. At the moment, this is a bit Juventus. The only problem is that you know that at the end, McKennie will play. At the end, McKennie will play. But the problem with McKennie is that McKennie plays in every single role of the field. McKennie will play. No, McKennie will not play as a right back, guys. He's there. He can. Of course, he can goes in if needed, but I don't think he will play as a right back. So yeah, he can. Everything is possible, but so if we go towards the entire team that we have now, let's say with, I will put again Kalulu. I don't want to go with starters and not starters. Let's see what team we have. I'm not putting starters, not starters. It's just to see, with roles who we can have. The goalkeepers, nothing changed. We have Conceição that can play here, Bangula that can play here, Vlahovic that can play here with Colomani. But we know it, these players, they can really change position all the time. In the midfield, you have Douglas Luiz, you have a McKennie as well, you have a Kelly here in that package here. Let's put these two a bit on the right and these two a bit more on the left, because that's what they can do. Savona on the right, here on the left. You have a Rui that is still there, guys. Even if he's not playing, you have a Adzic that is here a bit more advanced. You have a Wea. Alberto Costa as well. And the three injured are Bremer, Cabal, and Milik. All the other players, I found a spot. Guys, this is the team. I believe, honestly, that watching it like that, spending, how much did we spend at the end in total? What was it, guys? Yeah, Pinsoglio. You want Pinsoglio? Pinsoglio is here. So how much was it for the players? Apparently it's 17 for Kelly, 12.5 for Alberto Costa, that's 27.55. Yeah, we are there at 40. Okay, so we did a Mercato with let's say minus 45 and plus 17 for Fagioli. It's a Mercato, guys, of expenses of 25-30. Expenses total cash out of 30-35. And are we stronger or not, knowing that Danilo left, Fagioli left, Fagioli that didn't play. We know it, he didn't play, Fagioli. And Arthur, that was not even in the team. Cambiaso stayed, Vlahovic stayed. In the middle you have Thuram, Koopmeiners, Locatelli, Douglas Luiz. McKennie Adzic will play with the next gen, guys. You know it. Already said he will train with the first team. He will maybe even be called up when possible. But if there are some games of next gen, maybe he will play with the next gens. But you have two players on the left. You have three players on the right. All these players, they can change positions. And you have a McKennie that can play here, 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 here. So it's a bit the Joker. McKennie is the Joker that you can put whatever you need. where I can play here, can play potentially here, could play here on the right side. Savona showed that he played here and he played here. Alberto Costa, we need to discover. Kalulu can play here, can play here, can play here. You have a Kelly that can play here. You have a Renato Vega that can play here, and can even play here. Guys, if you are looking at depth of the team until the end of the season, I think that you have a better depth than 1 week ago, because you have a striker, you have 2 left foot center backs, which we didn't have before, and you let go 3 players that were not playing with you. For a reason or another, they were not playing. I think that for 30 million, having 4 players, increasing the depth in certain roles, it's not a bad work. Honestly, it's not a bad work. If you see it like that on paper, honestly, it's not a bad work. What was annoying, of course, is not having probably quality names. But could you do it? Could you do it? Could you have quality names with 30 million spent? Or you would have or Cambiaso needed to leave for 60, 70 million euro. Tell me in the chat, guys, are you more happy with, at the end, Cambiaso stayed and we couldn't really increase and go for higher profiles than Kelly Vega, because that's what we are speaking about, huh? Or did you want really him to leave so that we could go for Hansko? Or maybe for Tomori on top of one of these two? Because that's how you need to analyze it, huh? Ramtin is saying, Beppe, now we need Dugi to perform. It's a good observation. It's a really good observation. Adzic, we heard it. There is a lot of competition up front, so he will probably be with the next gen for some games. Pinsoglio will be here. So let me already start to be the Rui. We know it. At today, guys, he's not receiving minutes, and we need to take him away. So today, McKennie is not necessarily obliged to play always here, which he was at a certain moment. So what actually you did was, or Vega can play when Cambiaso needs to rest. You covered your left side, huh, guys? And Kelly's playing as a starter. Can be like this, huh? At the moment, up. If Cambiaso is resting, you can play like that, you know? Up, up, up. Or you keep him as a center back option with Kalulu on the left. But that's good, because actually you replaced Fagioli with McKennie. You saw him in that 4-2-3-1. He was playing here as a number 10. He was doing it was not his best game, but he can play there. But it's true that we need to recuperate Douglas Luiz now. Douglas Luiz that was risking to go out on the Mercato as well. Beppe, Kelly left back. Kelly has more left back games than Vega. Yeah, but he's 26. The other one is 21. But yeah, maybe. Rob, years ago, hoped midfield Fagioli, Rovella, Miretti. This is a lot of times the problems that we have, fans. We see the players that we like. We see young players. We see some talents. We see, different skills. And that's what we hope. But the only team that was really able to succeed in that I believe it was Barcelona with Gavi, Pedri, and I don't remember who they had the third one. Is there another team in the world that really had like okay, yeah, but Lamal is not a midfielder. I'm speaking here. We are really speaking about three. Fermin, bravo. Here we're really speaking about three midfielders. Kubarsi is a defender. But I know, but then, it's impossible. These dreams, they don't come true. When it happens, it's a miracle. An entire, let's say 4 defenders, 3 midfielders. It's really difficult. No, I don't think Alessio, that is not even with a better management it could have been the case. I really don't think so, because you need to check at every single individual case. Miretti received 2.5 seasons, guys, and I love Miretti. I'm the biggest fan of Miretti, but he didn't perform at Juve. He didn't perform at Juve, and he received a lot of chance. I believe he has like 60 games of Juve. You remember what was said? I defended him always on his potential, on a promise of a player, but not on what we were seeing. And that's Miretti. Rovella, he didn't want to stay. He's happy. He's a Laziale. He wanted to go there. He wanted bravo. So it was impossible. It was already a lost battle. What was the other one? Fagioli. Fagioli, guys, is because of himself. Because if Fagioli didn't gamble, probably today he would have been a starter of this Juve. Bravo. Iniesta, Busquets, and Xavi. Bravo. Nobody performed at Juve in the 3 years. No. Some did, a lot didn't, but Miretti totally failed, and this season Miretti was scared. That's the reality. Miretti has been scared to not play, and he said, "I really want to try somewhere else on loan. I need like a Marchisio did in the past, like a Fagioli, like a Rovella did in the past." In playing a season on loan, I think it's the best for me. And he did really well to do that. So, Miretti asked to go on loan. Guys, playing at Juve is tough. Playing at Juve in a negative cycle, it's even more difficult. Thiago Motta, he won the Champions League with 2 clubs. He won Scudetto, he won whatever, Liga, he won experienced player. He won against Empoli, he was about to cry in press conference, because you didn't see the press conference, because you don't see the press conference of post-game. Then I have the opportunity to see them, guys. I promise you, he was about to cry after the Empoli game that they won. He was emotional when he received. I promise you, he was like he saved his life. I promise you. At Juve, it's something totally different. You cannot compare. At Inter, they accept. It's okay. Like, you lose. They were used to lose. If it was not for a bit of at Juve, it's tough. It's tough. It's really, really, really tough. I promise you, it's tough. Not everyone succeeds at Juve. Yeah, I have the video of Fagioli.
Anni, quanto ti dispiace?
Mi dispiace molto perché comunque sono 10-11 anni che sono qua, ho legato tantissimo con questo club.
I'm extremely sorry because it's already 10-15 years that I'm here. I had a really great relationship with, and I will translate you. Look, I'm watching this. I show you. So I'm watching the video here, but I will not play because normally I think it's okay. I think it's okay, no? But then if you post it on YouTube, I can have a problem. But anyway, I will tell you. I will translate you on the go. So, I go. Simultaneous translation. He says, I'm I'm sad, of course, because it's already 10, 11 years that I'm here. I had a great relationship with a lot of people here, with the family Juve, with the supporters. But now I'm concentrated and happy for the new journey. Giovanni Albanese says it has been really a long day. At a certain moment, there were other clubs on you. Marseille. So he will explain. It was a really long day. And everything happened at the end in the last 10 minutes of this evening. I really want to say thank you to Marseille that had trust in me since the beginning of the Mercato. But at the end, I decided to go to Fiorentina. I talked with Palladino and the club, and I'm extremely happy of this choice. I want to thank the supporter of Juve because they supported me also in difficult moments. And I wish them the best for the season. Guys, grazie, Mlaggio. It's always a bit pity, but he's confirming everything that we are saying here since the beginning. He's confirming what we are saying here since the beginning of the Mercato. That you see, it's there. Marseille has been on me, and they gave me trust since the beginning of the transfer market. So it's not a story that arrived in the last 10 days because some people here were saying, hey, Beppe, you see, they want to sell Fagioli because they want to cash in from Kelly. No. He spoke with Palladino, and he decided, so he was already in talks with Marseille since long. You know, there is a reason why a player suddenly is not even playing, because I told you, the decision he took already was to leave Juventus. Actually, he wanted to go abroad. Then I believe that in extremis, Palladino, during this Mercato, Palladino was able to convince him to stay, to promise him a healthy environment. I hope for him it will be the case. Honestly, I wish him really, really the best. I really wish him the best. I would have loved for him not to go to Fiorentina, because a player that goes to Fiorentina, to an Italian team, is always annoying. Let's not lie about it. It's always annoying. It was a player that we believed in. C'est comme ça. Look, sometimes that's what I'm saying. There are more important things than football in life. And I wish him good luck. But what we told, do you remember I told you? It will not be over, guys. There could be still a sad departure, and this is what happened. Thomas, yeah, they will. Some people are still regretting players from like 10 years ago, like Dybala. People are still regretting Dybala. Yesterday again, a big top game against Napoli. He enters the last 10 minutes of the game. He didn't even play well. People are still regretting Dybala. So imagine if Fagioli will do well. Moiskin, they were about to put him on a cross and and to throw the tomatoes and worse to Moiskin. Mamma mia! They said that we will bring them ourselves to Fiorentina. Mamma mia! What a flop! What a flop! And now it's why did we sell him to Fiorentina? He's a goat. He was so fantastic, guys. I told you, believe me. Playing at Juve is difficult. It's not for everyone. It's not for everyone. And if these players today, they are failing also at Juve, it's also because it's not for everyone. And they need to grow and they need to become much better, much stronger. When Juventus is failing, is also is here. Is here. Rob, thank you, my friend. Can Locatelli improve to be world class like Euros? Locatelli was not world class at Euros. Locatelli was not even a starter at the Euros. Locatelli played a few games, and there was one game where he scored that brace. I think it was the second game of the Euro. I don't even remember the team against who it was. You will know, guys, in the chat. Let me know. But I think it was the second game of the Euro. But it was not the Turkey. No, it was not Turkey. No. Against Turkey, we win the first game 3-0. But that was not the Locatelli game, no? Now we need to check. Euro 2020, Locatelli. Let's see. Switzerland. Scored twice in Italy, 3-0 win over Switzerland. I knew it was not Turkey. No, I remember because the first game we won 3-0 and Demiral scored in his goal. You remember? No, he was not. He was not a starter, but he did a beautiful Euro. That's true. He was still a Sassuolo player. I remember when he scored, I was like, oh, the 40 million became 50 million. Then, or 60 million. And then I said, he scored the second time. It will now be 80 million. We were joking with that. But I believe that, I have always said, Locatelli has been a lot of times too much criticized while he was delivering. A lot of time he was not delivering as well. But I think a lot of time underperforming. But I think that the Locatelli that we are seeing today, the only thing that is missing to this Locatelli is probably at this stage of the season is maybe 2 goals, 3 assists. Not even 2 goals, 2 assists. And I think that we can speak about a real top Locatelli today. But these are missing still. Wolf. Thank you, Wolf. What's your opinion about Daniel Maldini? Daniel Maldini will always have a soft spot in my heart for a few reasons. First of all, because he's born on the 11th of October like me. So we share the same birthday. Then because his father is a Juventino, with Paolo Maldini, a big Juventino. So he's a part of the family. Daniel Maldini is a bit part of the family. Born on the same day as me. Father Juventino. Look, I said in the beginning of the season, the young surprise, the young revelation will be Daniel Maldini and Dorgu. I said 2 names, I believe. Daniel Maldini and Dorgu. Dorgu went to United for 37 million euro. Daniel Maldini went to Atalanta. Juventus was on the player. There was one thing that blocked me a bit on Daniel Maldini was the day that I really went, because I knew he was born on the 11th of October, but I didn't know exactly what age he was. And then it's true that I went and he was like already 24 or something like that. Let me check. He is 23. He will be 24. And I was like, oh, okay. I was thinking he was younger. Because 23 is not old. but 23. I think that the real value of Daniel, we will see it, I think, at Atalanta. But no, it's a player that I like. I start with, yes, it's a player that I like, but I would have seen him more as a rotational player more than a starter. I don't think he's a starting material at today. So he's a good rotational player. Can he become a starter? Depends on him. You could be an agent with all the languages you speak, but languages only are not enough. Huh? Languages only are not enough. Sometimes you speak a lot of it's better to speak one language, but to speak it well and to say wise things than speaking different and only saying bad things. But no, agent of what? Like James Bond or like a scout. How little do you know Gedeon Mutomba? How little do you know the biggest Juventino ever? The biggest Juventino ever. No, there isn't. That's over. We saw the video of Giovanni Albanese, guys. I don't know where he was to stalk him. I have no idea where he was to go and stalk Nicolo Fagioli. I don't know. He went under his house, or I don't know. I really don't know. Attenzione, Carioten. Carioten. Beautiful. Beautiful name. That became a member of the channel. Thank you, Carioten. Thank you. Guys, I'm able to read the name. Of course, I'm able to read the name because it's written next to it. Otherwise, I didn't know. Otherwise, I would have been here saying, Nani! No, thank you. Thank you. Really appreciate it. We have a lot of fans. Huh? A lot of fans all over the world. Welcome to everyone because it's Juventini of the world. By the way, that's also what I'm really curious about. Let me check. Oh, today was calm. Huh? We had a lot of people, but not a lot of new people. You're fantastic, guys. Christian, he said, but guys, it's a story I explain like I believe every 6 months about Paolo Maldini Juventino. Paolo Maldini is a Juventino. What can I tell you? As easy as that. Go back. Go on Google. You type. It's easy sometimes, huh? You go on Google and you say Paolo Maldini Juventino. Oh, you type. It's written here, guys. And then if you want, you can even go to look, because maybe you cannot read it. Guys, it's not guys, it's true, huh? But it's because of me, you know, guys, I promise you, all these sites, these guys, they didn't know about it, huh? I started to spread that thing in the English-speaking world. Nobody knew about it. I started to spread it also with video. If you go on my Twitter, you will see. And then indeed they started to go and find these videos indeed from him, and now it's circulating everywhere. Look, he said it on multiple occasions. Huh? He was a fan of Juve. Go and you will watch it. Go and you will see it yourself. Paolo Maldini. I would have loved Paolo Maldini. Honestly, I would have loved Paolo Maldini to be at the Allianz Stadium watching his son. No, Christian. It's not Beppe fake news. It's a real news that people, they didn't know because the Milanisti, they don't want to tell you. Huh? They hide these kind of things, but I knew. So I started to put it, and every time that I say it, you know, especially in the past, you're a liar, you're a Juventino, you Calciopoli, you went in Serie B. I say, yeah, but it's not my fault if Paolo Maldini is a Juventino. It's like that, guys. They didn't believe me. And then the videos are true. Huh? The videos are true. The videos are telling. He says personally. You know why? Because when he was a kid, he was watching the national team, and in the national team, they were like 80% of the players were from Juve, Bettega, etc. He had posters of Roberto Bettega in the room. Juventus player, not with the Nazionale shirt, with the Juve shirt. So he was a huge big fan of Juve. Then, of course, he says that he changed his mind. But the first love, you never forget. Galliani, that created Milan together with Berlusconi. Galliani, huge Juventus fan. And then he became a Milan fan, of course. He worked there like 30 years. But huge Galliani. Chiellini, Milan fan. Let me say thank you to Stecchino. Grande Stecchino. Grande. Thank you, Stecchino. With 5 membership offered to the people here are still together with me. To Miguel Mercieca, to Pavel Sopa, to Hamad, to Don't Jealous Me, to Luize Capodici, and to Moat Obezeki. Thank you. That's, of course, randomly chosen by YouTube, but I really appreciate it. Thank you, my friend Stecchino. Super appreciated. Did Del Piero was a Juve fan? Yes, he was. Always. He says it. So, yeah, since a kid. Always been a little Juventino. Sasha is saying, Beppe, I dreamt of you last night. Attenzione. I don't know if I dare to ask you the dream or not. Was it nice? You already. I had a dream that you were doing a live stream and your wife was singing some song next to you. Yeah, but how do you know how can you dream about my wife? Because you never saw my wife. I was doing a live stream. Yes, people they dream about me like here. Where do you want me to be if it was not here? Beppe, someone was asking how to become a member. Yeah, it's super easy. You go under because of course you're on iPhone. So when you're on iPhone, you don't have the option. If you're on iPhone, you need to go on the description of this video. So you see the description, you click on it, and then you will see become a new member of immediately. It's written there. You click on it and you will be redirected. That's the easiest way to do it on iPhone. Then if you're on computer, super easy. You click on the plus or on the dollar sign, I believe, and you will become a member if you want to, of course. Thank you. Beppe, can I do one more top 5? Yeah, you can do one more top 5, and then we close the live. Was good spending time together, saying goodbye to. I'm a bit sad, honestly. I'm a bit sad for Nicolo Fagioli. I tell you the truth. At a certain moment, he looks also really deep into the camera. Here, I believe that's the moment. Oh, I promise you, I think he's looking at me like Beppe. Crazy, huh? Crazy. I sounded like a stalker. Attenzione. I'm happy for him. For who? For Fagioli. No, it's true. Bravo. Bravo, Xagzuka that is saying, please don't gamble, kids. Grazie, Nicolo. Alessio is saying. Well, guys, I think I will need to go to bed. I need to go to bed. Nico Gonzalez to Manchester City. Oh, I was scared when I read that, guys. I was thinking it was our Nico Gonzalez. I didn't. It's another one. How many Nico Gonzalez there are on the planet? A lot, huh? I hope Fagioli won't get the chance to score against Juve. That would be very hard for him. At the end, you are professional. Even De Sciglio scored against Juve, guys. He said like this. Lord De Sciglio. When are you going to invite back on the channel the Steeler back in action? Who? Ah, you, Roberto. Soon. You saw Cope Manners today. Where did you see him? Rob, attenzione. Rob. The last one, huh? Then we stop. Top 5. Sissoko, Camoranesi, Zlatan, Storari, Lucio. That was super easy, Rob. Lucio last. Sissoko fourth, but I really loved Sissoko. Huh? The first 6 months of Sissoko at Juve, it was incredible, guys. It was Pogba. The first 6 months of Sissoko at Juve, Pogba. He came from Liverpool. Pogba. Incredible. What a player. I don't know. He went to I don't know if I think he went to the African Cup. Yeah, then he didn't really come back as it was. Then some injuries. But Momo is a big Juventino. He loves Juve a lot. He speaks well when he can. He speaks really well about Juve. No, Sissoko, fantastic player. But fourth, because unfortunately it was only 6 months. So, Lucio, fifth. Sissoko, fourth. Camoranesi first. That's not even a doubt. I hesitate between Zlatan or Storari second and third, because Storari we are speaking about a second goalkeeper. Attends, wait. Storari. Because of that picture, I will put Storari second. No, but the problem with these rankings is you never know if you go with who I like the most or who was better. If we speak about better, guys, Zlatan at Juve, seasons 2004, 5, 6, mamma mia. I watched him, I saw him live in the stadium back then. It was impressive. I even saw him scoring. Impressing. Yeah. Zlatan at Juve was the 2 years at Juve you saw is crazy. Yeah, you speak, guys. But Zlatan Ibrahimovic has put Del Piero on the bench. Ibrahimovic has put Del Piero in the bench. No, not in Delle Alpi. I watched him in San Siro. It was Inter Juve, and I was watching him when he was at Juve. It was 2004. We did 2-2 against Inter. But he put Del Piero on the bench, guys. Huh? No, he didn't compete with Del Piero. He put him on the bench, guys. He put him on the bench, Del Piero. what a player. What a player. Don V became a Juve supporter in 2006 because my mum accidentally got me a Juventus jersey instead of Liverpool, which my uncle supported. Attenzione! You see? Could have been a Liverpool supporter, became Juve because of a mistake. Roberto Gallo is telling Beppe, I'm going to the Inter game, I think. You should be there too. The one of now. No, guys, I told you, at the moment I cannot travel. If it's not sponsored, I cannot travel. At the moment, it's like that. So, at the moment, c'est comme ça. Yes, with a Zlatan that was it was more acrobatic. Vieri would not have been able to do some things that I saw Zlatan doing, but Vieri was stronger. Vieri was strong. Yeah, also true, Thomas. Also true. Yeah, but because of Ibra, but it's true. It's Capello. I think that I will find a club also, a Juve club to subscribe. It's easy to have the tickets. It's really easy. There is one in Genk. And there is another one. I think there are two clubs, but not in Brussels, unfortunately. One day, I promise you, I will start a club here in Brussels. I will start a Juve club. I will be president of a Juve fan club. Shout out to Colombia Bianconera. Ciao, Jake. Let's say hello to Colombia, to Panita Cabal. No, Pogba is gone. He's not a Juve player anymore. Contract has been broken in November. It's over. Buonanotte, Neveni. I will go to bed as well. Ciao, Sasha. You know it, and that's my new way of saying hello from now on. Guess the celebration. Or he was doing like this. I don't know. I need to be clean here. The heart is for you. Mercato is crazy. Maybe he was doing that. Maybe he was doing this. Mercato is crazy. La 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 la. Dusan celebration. What a disaster. Ciao ragazzi, ciao a tutti, forza.